Cult of the Lamb is going to be 10 out of 10. Yeah. Tyrant's Blessing was a solid Into the Breach style roguelike. Oh. Okay. I will confess, I've kind of slept on Tyrant's Blessing then, considering Into the Breach is a fantastic game. And I've generally kept an eye on games similar to. There are more, but I'm starting to forget them. To be fair, you've probably played quite a lot in the last couple of hours, so they're more than likely starting to blend in a little bit. Right, well, the next thing that we really need to get to here... Actually, let me pause the beacon, and I will give the raiders a quick demonstration of the land that we've set up. So, I am going to be a super unprofessional streamer and just assume that you more or less know the game, but the TLDR of this is it is 3D Factorio, but 2D satisfactory, apparently. I'm stealing something that chat said on that. It is a factory game, but it's got a little bit more of a survival element and city builder and management, like colony management element to it. Whereas both Satisfactory and Factorio, you're basically on your own. You're just like, either crash landed or have been sent to an alien world, prepare it for the arrival of the other humans. This one is set more in a kind of post-apocalyptic Earth. I'm not exactly sure what the calamity was, but we crash landed on this island after that. Our ship is, for all intents and purposes, it was just a cargo ship, and although you can't see it now, early housing was, if you look really, really hard, were just converted cargo containers into living quarters for the crew. And we've slowly been building this out, attracting other migrants and refugees from the Cataclysm and growing our own population. And it's got a lot of the same sorts of puzzles to solve as any other factory game, laying out logistics for pipes, conveyors, fleets of trucks, so on and so forth, various industries to produce the goods that you need to survive and to continue expanding and researching. The research tree is very, very big. Very big. This is a game in early access and there's still an awful lot planned, but everything you see here right now is in the game. City Skylines, but more craft and awesome terraforming. Yes, the land... You can do all sorts of things. Right now we're excavating. You can make all kinds of strip mines, build ramps, add extra land. All of this I filled out with the various slag and waste that the colony was producing. Over here a bit more rock because I've been excavating out a part of the mountain in order to make room for me to place down another farm. Though before I'll be able to do that, I need to get rid of this rock because you can't grow plants on rock. So I'll be stripping away this layer, like just one layer deep, and replacing it with dirt or indeed compost, because I'm making so many potatoes right now that I'm actually converting some of them into fuel gas and compost, and that will then be used to resurface the area so I can build another farm. We've got various things going on down here. We're slowly mining out the material. You can't build tunnels. So, like, from a technical point of view, this is probably a height map rather than a true 3-dimensional environment. But for all intents and purposes, for as far as the game is concerned, it doesn't need to be anything more than we've got right now. Currently, I am... Well, actually, it might be cool to show you a basic kind of logistics chain, if you like. So... my colony is producing waste. That waste I'm simply burning off. It's also producing some biomass and recyclables. The recyclables, not so much right now because I'm not giving them things to recycle, but biomass definitely out of the food that I'm giving them. I'm giving them potatoes and vegetables. These come from my farm down here. This requires water You can have fertilizer, but I haven't quite gotten to that point yet. The water is coming over here from my rainwater collectors and my groundwater pumps. Groundwater pumps are powered. The colony is also powered, as it happens. Now, early on, my power was coming from diesel generators, and still is a little bit, which I am running with fuel. But most of the power in my colony is coming from this steam turbine setup, and these are modularly built. So there are myriad ways that you might set this up. But what I've got set up for the steam power is I bring coal, or ideally biomass, and I burn that into a burner. Or ideally, I use light oil or fuel gas and burn that in a gas boiler along with some water to produce the steam. The steam drives these turbines. The turbines drive the generators and the flywheel to build up a little bit of extra power and to give us a smooth kind of flow between when the turbines shut down, because they don't need to be running, because they have a bit of a warm-up period. So the flywheel will build up kinetic energy, and then we'll just carry the generators while the main turbines ramp down a little bit. Now, I mentioned fuel gas and diesel. We've got a crude oil refinery over here. I'm actually automating the production of oil by I found and repaired a oil rig, and I've got some of my people out there working on that, making oil. I also found and repaired a cargo ship and then built a cargo dock. This is now fully automated. It brings oil in. The oil is processed through a distillation stage 1. It's a refinery with steam from boilers again, which again running on coal. That produces medium oil and heavy oil and sour water. The sour water gets dumped because I don't have anything to do with that yet. I'm about to set up an industry to recycle that. Well, I say recycle, to capture it and produce water which I can feed back into the system to make us less water draining. And the heavy oil is sent down to the boilers, and if there's any available, then that is used instead of the coal. So this becomes a little bit more self-sufficient. The light oil is passed on, or rather the medium oil is passed on to distillation stage 2, which uses again some more steam. This produces diesel and light oil. The diesel is used in all sorts of things, not least of which fueling my ships and my vehicles. The light oil, however, gets used again in the boiler, just making the system more and more self-contained. It's a really, really fun game. It's got so much things going on in it. It might seem a little bit intimidating, honestly, because there is so much going on, but it introduces it at a very measured pace. I've not had any trouble keeping up with the amount of things that you can do. Yeah. I guess it has a bit in common with the way that Transport Fever does its height. Yeah. Can you use compost to give fertility boosts? You might be able to. No, you can't use just compost by itself, sadly. I'll need to bring different types of fertilizers over here for that. I'm growing both potatoes and fruit and green manure, or green fertilizer, I guess, simply so that the fields don't become depleted of too many nutrients. By rotating the crops, I keep the soil generally fertile, and that gives me higher yields, and my colonists enjoy multiple types of foods. I don't have any protein yet or any treats, sadly, but the more foods you give them, the healthier they are, the faster they reproduce. But yes, I needed to get to research. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Right. Well, I mean, I could go for organic fertilizer, actually. I could take the compost that we're producing and some water, or biomass, and I could actually convert biomass into compost at a very favorable conversion rate, and then turn that compost with water into organic fertilizer. Yeah, I think we definitely want to get that, but unfortunately we can't get there because I haven't discovered wheat on the main map. You know what, we'll send our ship out in a moment to have a little poke around a bit more. We can get up to the next tier of research lab. Because unfortunately, all of this is locked behind wheat seeds. We can't get corn farming or soybean farming. I'd need to find the examples of soybeans anyway, so I guess that's not too bad. But let's get the fuel station tier 2, because that'll make my excavators even more efficient, and then we'll go on to research lab 3. No treats, people leave. I'm sorry, but I will do better, I promise. Right. Oh, actually, there was one more place that we could explore. Oh, apparently I can't, though, because I need to load the crew. There we go. Crew loaded. Let's get the ship out there. Now that we've actually built guns and armor for it, because this was originally just a cargo ship, and now we've built some deck guns and actually plated the hull. It's a bit more of a threat to the various pirates on the seas. I don't know if, again, what the cataclysm was that ruined the world, but it feels environmental in nature, because the world seems to be very, very much more about sailing than it used to be. So I'm going to guess that maybe global warming got a little bit out of hand. Let's fill all that in. Let's take this out all the way back here if we can, and get rid of that one. This should, if I'm lucky, encourage this area to fill in so I can continue building out this the wall here. We'll see. I feel that maybe I should have. I don't know if that is straight on one side and sloped on the other, or sloped on both sides. I actually can't tell. I have tried to work this out several times. But the excavation over here is going well. We are actually clearing up a decent amount of room. Where's Kevin Costner? Waterworld! What? Good night, 3 Grand Poobah. 3 Grand Poobah? No, it's not 3, it's the Grand Poobah. But with 2 E's. It threw me for a second, I apologize. We're actually getting a decent amount of compost building up there. We are so close. In fact, I fancy we might actually be able to do that now. Maybe. We are just at the point where we could do that. I'm going to let them finish off squaring this away, and then we'll resurface this one area there. I probably need to get back to work up here, though. Now, one of the things that we could do is a sour water stripper. This will need both steam and sour water, obviously, and will return some sulfur, some ammonia, and some water. Now, do I have the means to make fertilizer here? I don't think I do. I can make acid, though, which would be useful, since that would give me much better copper recipe. Also, the sulfur that we would be making from this, we'd make 12 every 60 seconds. This would use 3 every 60 seconds to produce 18 rubber. So we don't really want to go for that just yet, but we'll see. Oh, we're in battle. Thank you so much, Akira Dragamon. It's sloped on both, Aavak. You have answered a question that I have desperately needed for so long. Okay, we've... Oh, we did take them out because we completely disabled their deck gun. We got some vehicles. We've got wheat... What the fuck? We have discovered wheat seeds. Hooray, indeed! We can now get to so many things. Alright, well that's changed my my research path. I'm going to remove this from the queue. I will finish the fuel station because it's useful. But what do we go for first, chat? Oh, fermentation. Maybe. I really want that. I want to get the low pressure steam steam turbine, because then we can reuse the low pressure steam out of our high pressure steam turbines, get even more efficiency out of it. But obviously, first things first, we need a mill and wheat. Grinds organic products into a fine powder. A baking unit bakes organic products, such as bread. So we'll take wheat, we make flour, and we make animal feed. Baking unit makes takes flour plus water, makes bread. The anaerobic digester can take wheat and make fuel gas and compost. The mixer can take wheat and just make animal feed. We can burn animal feed for some pollution if we really want to, or we can, burn it in a boiler if it, we want. Why would we? I don't even. Sugarcane sausages, all kinds of things. Welcome back. Yeah. Regardless, though, let's get wheat. We won't have corn yet, but we can at least get all the way down to organic fertilizer. So, first you, and then you. This is going to be fantastically useful. But first, and indeed foremost, where is my steam pipe? Right there, going right down the middle. Okay. I'm going to want to pop the sour water boiler. Sorry, stripper. For the time being, let's have this about there. I will have to move this eventually, though. Not enough. Balls. Oh, of course. Yeah, you brought people back. Damn it. What? If I build this here, I'm fairly certain I'm going to block that off. But I can definitely squeeze this in there. So, given that, I'm going to move this mine control tower away. Let's get that one built. Quick built, in fact. Add this all to the same building zone. Let's remove all of those items quickly. And that will free up the 2 excavators there, and they can go work here. There you go. I mean, ultimately this is why I'm building this whole area out, is that I can expand it and have more housing here, so this is fine. Can I not place it there? Oh, of course that. Let me get rid of you. And once again, quick remove, just so I can get it out the way faster. And then maybe, though I think... Damn it! The taters are in the way. Those traitorous taters. Do I really want to build a second one of these and then risk having everyone starve again? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say I want this emptied out quickly, and that I want this placed there and this placed here. Then they can deliver directly to the side that way. And ultimately, yeah, we'll get it done this way. I'm going to move it. Oh, actually, wait. See, the thing is, I'm about to have more food types, so I know I need more room. I knows it. So how about I don't do that and I just move these across a little bit. It's going to be the easier way to the easier fix. I'm going to leave myself plenty of room. He says, not trusting himself to leave plenty of room. This is getting quite tight up here, and this is why we need to move. Can't see an easy solution. Except, I guess, doing that. I suppose that will work. Okay, fine, I'll cancel that for now. But it is going to make this whole area much more difficult to traverse for a while. Actually, no, I do need to... no, I think I will just leave that there and I'll build out the service industry on this side. But I can move these around a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a little bit of a potch there, but it's fine for now. Right, I still... Are they finished harvesting all of those trees again? My lord. You're out of control, tree harvesters. We're going to need to dig down onto this level. I am shocked. Alright. Tree harvesters are already there. Alright, we're going to need a mine control tower down here. And then we're going to need to get in on this side. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. About there. And then bring this up until we... Oh my lord, this is going to be a long, long ramp. But will be worth it. As it will give us access to all of the trees on this layer. Then it'll be hopefully a relatively shorter ramp, just down there perhaps, or maybe even down there. Gather all these, and then a big ramp, and we will finally be in the Tater Crater proper. Get that built as quickly as you can. I'm going to need to make some more vehicles. Yeah, wow, that is moving at a hell of a clip. Even if we slow this down to real time. Granted, real time is, you know, days passing in like 10 seconds. But shh, it still moves fast. That's all I'm saying. Oh, wow. Our vehicles can still get around there somehow. That's kind of impressive. Well, given that... Nah, I'm not going to expand that dock out. I don't think, anyway. Might be worth it, but we'll see. Everything doing okay over here. We're going through desalination. That's fine. And yeah, we're... Oh, wow. Okay. We are not keeping up with the water demands here. Yeah, I'm going to prioritize water to the colony over water to the industries. It might be a risky move, but we'll see how it goes. That might be a very risky move, to be fair. Oh, diolch yn fawr iawn, Anish, for the cheer there. That's very, very kind of you, mate. Right, on that note, time for us to drop down a couple of Rainwater Collectors over on this side. It was a really solid suggestion. Let's pop you there. And hook all of this up. And all of these hooked up. We will give priority to the Rainwater Collectors so that we're using an extremely renewable resource as the primary. But if we don't have that, then we can go for the any water brought over by our transports. Blood Alchemy, thank you very much for the 25 months, mate. And Pug and Android, thank you very much for the Prime. That's very kind of you. Isham Gamer there with 5 gift subs, as well as Rockhopper Penguin with a 13-month resub. Unlucky for some, but I appreciate it enormously. Diolch yn fawr iawn everyone for the support. That's really, really kind of you. And of course, for the cheers as well. Wow, you've already got up to almost Hype Train level 2. Very impressed. Alright. No designations available. What? Oh no, we've gone through all of the coal. That is potentially dangerous. Okay. Time for us to dig out a little bit more then. There is stupendous amounts of coal over here. We're not going to run out for a stupidly long time, so I'm just going to go ahead and flatten more and more of this area. Back on. Why are you not? Oh, no, there we are. It's getting delivered. What are we actually producing over here? Let's have a look. We've produced waste copper, waste iron. I guess gold scrap and broken glass. We're not going to see those until we actually have things that are made of glass and gold. I mean, that would make sense. I will add in a wee little stockpile to remove the waste there. Recyclables, once again, want to empty that out as quickly as we can to make sure that they don't back stuff and then stop working. Number 13 is lucky in my family, as my dad was born on the 13th. Well, there we are then. Alright, how is our concrete industry doing? It's doing very well. Our steel, our iron industry, both doing very, very well. We are struggling a little bit with wood though. That worries me. Let's have a continue to poke around. There's another broken cargo ship just down there. Now, I'm fairly certain that in my beta game, there was a tree farm somewhere around here. We'll see if that ends up being the case here. Alright, so we were setting up the sour water over here. Let's bring that up over top and down. That'll almost look intentional. We will have ammonia, sulfur, and water. The water, obviously, we want to send over and hook up to the fluid storage back here. Now, how we do that is another matter. We could pop down a balancer here and have the water join up to that and give it priority. I think that might actually be one of the better ways of doing it. Let's quick remove that because I desperately need it made. There we go. And then we'll get all of this paused and all of it Unity built. Unity building basically means that if the materials are available, I can basically fast track it over to the building site. And the way I've kind of joked about it before is I imagine that the captain is requesting that the crew just hand over hand the items to where they need to be, nice and fast. Right, from here, we need to get over to you. How we do that is anyone's guess, though. Let's rise by 2 and see if we can't just shimmy our way down. No, that does not work. Let's turn off auto link. There we are. Nope. No. No, no, please stop. And then, there we go. And then connect. There we go. I'll get the water to where it needs to be. And will allow me now to tell it what water source to take priority from. Location explored. Some more population. Okay, unfortunately, we're starting to get quite a lot of people over here. I'm a little bit worried that we're not going to have enough room. Every time we investigate somewhere, there is a good chance that we will find refugees. We've got sulfur. We've got ammonia. I would very much like the sulfur and some diesel to be turned into rubber. Well, thankfully, this won't produce any wastewater. I will have this bring diesel across from the connection point here. I still need to bring sulfur over, which is more of a potch. Much more of a potch. Especially considering I'm going to be making a lot more of it than I'm going to be using up over here. I think I may actually have to burn it off. As much as I hate that idea. Yeah, we're going to have to. So, first, a U-shaped balancer. Take the sulfur to prioritize where the sulfur is going. A little bit close, I guess. There we are. And down. And then we want a furnace. I could just build the furnace there, but we'll build it here instead. And let's build up there. There we go. Set that one to just burn the sulfur. This will give priority to the route leading to the rubber manufacturer. So if we got room to accept it, we will. But if we don't, we'll burn it off instead. The ammonia now, that is a problem. I guess I could also turn the sulfur into acid. And indeed, what I could do with that is just have this have another priority output, and so it will split those evenly. So this is will only be taken if neither of those will accept it, which would probably be a decent way of doing it. Let's get that happening, because it's going to reduce the amount of pollution that I'm creating, because I will stop dumping the sour water as aggressively. In fact, I'm fairly certain 18, okay. And yeah, no, this will accept all of the sour water, so that's fine. We are shockingly low on food, though. I knew this was going to be a problem. Alright, turn that off for now. Our population has been growing very fast. Could turn on farming boost. We've already got food saver on. Yeah, we can turn the ammonia into fertilizer. Yeah, that's true. Though we'll need to get to that point first, but... That being said, once they've built this ramp down here, we're going to have plenty of room to set up more farming land. We've also got the option of trading for food. Oh, I've got so many homeless too. It's not one thing, it's another. Right, I'm going to quickly decommission this and rebuild it. I'm going to build that somewhere else, which will be a little bit of a better fit for us. I need that to be emptied out quickly. As soon as that's out the way, we should be able to build this one. Come on. There we go. Let's get that going. I'm going to prioritize that one. While that's being built, we will get another area for our population. I may actually have to ask them to stop growing the population organically because we've got stupid amounts of workers available now. But while they're there, fuel station 2 is finished. Nice. I should be able to just upgrade this one actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that straight away. As soon as that is done, very hopeful that we'll be able to do some trading for some food. But now that I've... Oh, actually, you know what? This... Oh, I see. It didn't have keep full activated. We had loads of taters. Do I have the pop increase edict going? I don't think so. Oh, I did actually, yeah. That's interesting. It's very interesting that it allows me to have both of those active at the same time. But we've run out of Unity for the boosts anymore. That's fine. That does, however, mean that research is shut down. So it may as well turn these off. We'll leave one on for now. But now that we've actually got them bringing over the taters, it'll probably be fine. I was a little bit surprised that we'd bottomed out our food supply that aggressively. But it does look like that was just a mistake. Oh, we're done over here. Alright, let's get a bunch of those out of the way. Okay, so we are going to want to resurface this area. And again, just to remind myself of how far up we need to go, about midway through this tile. That's the way we're going to do it. In fact, you know what? We'll do the whole area. That. Then all the way up. And a little bit beyond as well. Then we'll fill this in with compost and soil. I know I'm digging up soil on this side. I don't really care too much about that one. It should be fine. I'll turn that back on. Yeah, we should be good. Food supply is going up very quickly again. And we've finally lost the notification of having low water reserves at that water table. That took a while. That took a fair old while, actually. Go. There we go. I'm prioritizing scrap because scrap tends to be a little bit easier to work with. Okay, we're going to be out of lumber. Alright, that's actually a bad place for us to be for a little while. Because without lumber, we're not making construction parts 1. And without a trading depot, which requires lumber, we can't buy lumber. I think we still get 20 per tree that we chop up, so they're probably going to be able to finish the work on the trading depot, but oof, that was luck and not judgment there, if I'm honest. Very much luck and not judgment. They're doing a good job of getting that filled in, though. Here we come with trucks with construction parts. Where are the trucks with the wood? There we go. Hopefully another one right behind it. No, that was going elsewhere. There we go. All of the wood that we need. Oh no, actually we need one truck more. There we go. Tunk. Alright, trade with the village. Actually, I should be able to do trades from here. Okay, I can trade rubber for wood, and rubber is generally going to be fairly easy for us to trade for wood. 10 taters for 10 construction parts, fair. Oh, I could trade construction part 3 for just straight up glass. That's useful. That's super useful. And get chickens too. Let's go for the lumber first. It'll cost me Unity to do. And then it becomes a less useful trade. So it becomes more expensive. Let's get that upgraded if we can. Once that's upgraded, I'm going to make some trades for glass. Because I would very much like to start building some of the massive excavators and trucks. If we can.